From giant jellyfish to recently discovered mysterious creature, if you think 2020 was strange enough so far, then wait till you hear more. This year, scientists have discovered perhaps one of the largest underwater dwellers in all the history of our planet. This creature we're talking about is made of spirals, it glows, and it looks like it came to Earth from some other planet. So what is this mysterious thing? Who found it? And is it dangerous at all? You will soon find out. You're watching Infinity, and today we talk about the biggest underwater creature ever known to humanity. We will also show you some really massive underwater dwellers. Watch this video till the very end and you will not regret. Let's roll! So let's talk about the great white shark, aka white pointer, for a minute. It is a species of a Lamnidae family. This type of shark is usually found in coastal and open waters across all the oceans of the Earth, except for the Arctic Ocean. The great white shark is considered one of the largest predator fish on the planet. Females are typically larger than males and grow up to 4.5 and 5 meters in length on average, although the record breakers have a length of over 6 meters and a weight of at least 1,900 kilograms. Next on the list is giant warfish. It is considered to be the longest bonefish in the world. They also call them beltfish. The largest registered specimen reached a length of 11 meters. The maximum recorded mass of this fish is 272 kilograms. The typical length is about 3 meters. There are rumors, however, that the record length of the giant oarfish was over 33.5 meters. It's just that this legendary individual could not be delivered to scientists for confirmation. For a very long time now, the image of the giant oarfish is connected to all sorts of stories. There were encounters with sailors and also half-decomposed remains floating on water surface, as well as remains thrown ashore, all of which served as foundation for the sea serpent stories, which is described in many sources as a monster with the head of a horse with red flaming mane. The giant warfish dwells in the waters of the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans, primarily in the tropical areas. It was also found in the Mediterranean, in the Northeast Atlantic, and the North Seas. Most of the time, this fish dwells at great depth, where the sun never shines, so you don't have to worry about them when you hit the beach. You can swim as much as you like without worrying about being eaten. Blue whale. The size of the creature isn't always estimated by its length. There'll be plenty of long specimens on our list, but the largest inhabitant of the seas of all time was, and still is, a blue whale, largely because of its weight. On average, the weight of a blue whale revolves around 150 and 190 tons. This massive mammal is unlikely to be a victim of even some of the largest marine predators. Well, except for maybe killer whales and white sharks. The average length of a male blue whale is approximately 30-33 meters. Nowadays, larger individuals are rarely found because poachers are on the constant hunt for those creatures. Whales have been threatened by extinction since the 1960s. According to statistics, there are less than 10,000 of these creatures left in the world today. And the worst part is that their population continues to decline. Zynia. Zynia, also known as hairy jellyfish, or jellyfish with a lion's mane. Its color can vary from red to purple. It's the largest species of jellyfish in the world, believe it or not. For instance, the length of the largest blue whale is about 33 meters, while the length of the largest known Zynia exceeds 36 meters. However, despite their frightening proportions, Zynia often gets caught by turtles near the coast of Canada. Apparently, the size isn't a guaranteed victory. Most of the time, these jellyfish swim slowly in the surface waters. However, they always keep their tentacles ready. Zynia mostly prey on plankton, as well as on other jellyfish. They use a strong poison in their tentacles, which helps them immediately kill small animals and cause substantial damage to larger prey. Portuguese Manowar. It looks like both whales and jellyfish turn pale in comparison with a creature called the Portuguese Manowar. Their tentacles can exceed 50 meters in length. But why is it that Portuguese Manowar is not considered to be the world's largest species of jellyfish? The fact is that it belongs to the siphonophore type of organism. It is a colony of thousands of genetically identical tiny creatures all connected together. This colony drifts on the surface of the sea, capturing prey with their tentacles. It is also known that their tentacles can cause great harm to humans. A massive size animal. So let's talk about the mysterious creature for a while, which, according to scientists, can now be considered as the largest inhabitant of all the waters. And so, immediately after the discovery of a potential so-called king of the ocean, scientists describe it as a spiral-like thing that resembles a galaxy. It is a creature that has incredibly long luminous threads, and it can hunt. Its threads are very thin, but don't let them fool you. Even giant 36-meter-long jellyfish and large white sharks seem small in comparison with this new type of species. The length of the spiral itself exceeds the perimeter of an Olympic standard pool. The outer coil of the spiral equals about 8 large white sharks combined. Even the giant blue whale, the king of the ocean, will occupy only half of the total length of the outer spiral of this crazy large creature. It is strange how such a large dweller of the deep managed to hide from people for such a long time. So far, scientists discovered only one of them near the west coast of Australia. No one knows what prevents it from migrating. In fact, there is some information about its origins. Essentially, this mysterious spiral thing is related to the previously mentioned Portuguese Manowar. The scientific name of this creature is Apolemia. Despite the fact that they seem like a single organism, they are in fact a floating colony of polyps and medusoids. When it was first discovered, scientists were unable to determine its exact size. However, the pilot of the underwater vehicle who conducted the observation believed that it is possible to judge the length of the threads based on the outer diameter of the entire colony. According to final calculations, the perimeter of the circle is roughly 47 meters, and the total length of it is 120 meters. More accurate measurements can be made on land. But whatever the case is, 120 meters and above is the largest recorded length of any living organism on Earth. Given the errors of the calculations, the real length of the creature can even exceed 150 meters. Apolemia was discovered at a depth of 630 meters at the Ngalu coast. It is a coral reef in the Indian Ocean to the northwest coast of Australia. Of course, this is not the first Apolemia ever studied by scientists, but so far, most of the known specimen never exceeded the length of 39 meters. They say that this thing can be some hundreds of years old. The hunting colony. Rebecca Helm, a jellyfish specialist from the University of Northern California, noticed an interesting thing in regards to the new find. It's curious that the giant spiral of Apolemia does not just absorb nutritious particles from the surrounding areas, it actually hunts. Their diet consists of small crustaceans, fish, and even other siphonophore. The spiral captures its prey by means of a huge number of stinging cells, all of which are evenly placed across the entire surface of the threads. It is established that in order to maintain life, Apolemia's micro-creatures play different roles. Some of them get food, others digest that food, some carry nutrients throughout the entire colony. As soon as siphonophore capture their prey, they come together around it, extracting nutrients. It is also interesting that their digestive tract runs through the entire colony, so that each subsequent clone can receive enough nutrients. An entire cluster can remain motionless, feeding for a very long time. You might be wondering how such a huge and fragile creature can move around at all. Unlike ordinary jellyfish, Apolemia can't swim in straight lines. Instead, it drifts slowly, changing directions depending on the movements of currents. The video that shows the record-breaking Apolemia was made on March 16, 2020. After meeting the unusual colony, the scientists' research vessel was on a lookout again. According to Wendy Schmidt, one of the founders of the research institute that organized the search, Ngalu is one of many unexplored areas of the ocean. She's quite convinced that a detailed study of life in those areas can reveal many amazing secrets to mankind. During the second expedition, they did 20 dives in Ngalu. That time around, they managed to discover over 30 new types of Apolemia. However, all of those were much smaller than the previously found colony. As we mentioned before, the colony doesn't just have unusual shape, but it also glows in the dark. Almost all known types of siphonophore have bioluminescent properties. According to experts, the glow attracts small prey, just like moths get attracted by light on land. Alright guys, that's it. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe to Infinity, and smash the bell to stay notified. Also check out our other videos.